So when it comes to crypto, obviously we have a liquidity zone over here in total market cap, and as you can see, we are bouncing off it as we should do. So the total market cap shows us the whole volume in the market of crypto. And as you guys see, we have a active bearish sequence, which hit C target so far. So it's a valid setup for a re-entry sell. And right now the whole crypto market is in a sell-off because we're also leading into summertime, which is a more bearish time. So I wouldn't look for bullish setups, but more for bearish setups right now. And we took profit perfectly. And I'm going to show you guys. So if you would have followed my sayings about crypto, you would have taken very good profits and you would have missed a loss again. But again, yeah, so total market cap has a lot of potential right now to go back to 50% correction level, which is basically, if we adjust this here, which would basically be this year, right? So we have a lot of potential to come down in crypto to 3 trillion and retest the old levels. So this one would be the re-entry, the valid one. Here. To go to this level, okay? Over the summertime especially. Bitcoin dominance is dropping a little bit. So if Bitcoin dominance continues to drop, we could maybe see an Ethereum dominance increase, which we are seeing, but we're also dropping a little bit in Ethereum dominance, but that would mean the altcoins are starting to pump. So there could still be a little pump in the altcoins. USDT dominance is increasing, or was increasing a lot. And now it's coming down a little bit. So that means we're going to see a little bit more volume in the market, and more volume is going to be put into the market over the next couple of days. So it could be a positive week for crypto. Not a strong one, but a positive one. But that doesn't really matter because this positive push is going to just put us into a re-entry sell. So we could get good re-entry sell opportunities in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, altcoins, and in general, right? So if we finally talk about BTC, as you can see, we are in an active bearish sequence, and this active bearish sequence is leading us into a re-entry buy, which is perfect. And it's exactly doing what it should do. So if Bitcoin comes back to a valid correction level, which would be BC re-entry starting at 116,000, I will definitely sell this. Because we have a confirmed bearish sequence. USDT dominance is doing what it needs to do. Ethereum dominance is doing what it needs to do. Bitcoin dominance is doing what it needs to do. And total market cap is also bearish. So for me, a valid setup would be this. So what is going to happen is that market is going to rally up here. People are going to think, oh, we are back. We're going to put in money, and then we're going to crash. So that is my crypto game plan right now for BTC, a sell. And then we have two key levels where we could start to react out of. If we have very bad times, we're going to do something like this. And then after summer rally again, or we could even slip lower to around 98,000, which would be the 50% correction of the last big push, which would be a stable move because then we have a lot of stability to hit all of the other all-time highs, right? Too little impulse for my taste, doesn't really look bearish either. Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, right now, short-term bearish, long-term always bullish, but I'm definitely gonna trade this entry over here for sure. Definitely gonna trade this. So if we go back to this, then my stop loss and take profit would be looking like this here. Short position, 50%, and then take profit here and bullish correction level. But we could also come higher and then again use an ICT entry, something like all 3 candles, something like this. Yeah, these would be the three entries, guys. Entering now, entering over here 0.786, and then over here. Because we could still come back to a 50% correction level, so let's be a little bit smarter, but then we have a not too strong risk to reward, so that is not very good. So what we're gonna do is we have to enter BC, and that's the setup. Okay, that's the setup, guys. And then for Ethereum, same thing. We are in a bearish sequence. You can see my take profits, and this one is a re-entry from a smaller position. This one we don't need, but as you can see, we took profits very well in Ethereum, which I called my profit target at 3.6. The highest we went was 3.9, and that's very, very good, right? So for Ethereum, we are in a bullish sequence, but we have enough space to come back down to BC correction level, which would be this zone over here, right? So most likely we could see another push up and then come back down here, right? So overall prediction is re-entry over here. Then we have Solana. Solana also pretty perfect take profit. As you can see, here's my take profit for Solana, where I took profit for all of my Solana positions, sold everything. Could have made another 5%, but it doesn't matter because it saved us from losing 20%, right? So perfect take profit over here. We are in an active bearish sequence, and we have a re-entry over here. So Solana is one of the cleanest markets in terms of structure. Could see a re-entry sell. Easily, and then sell it down and re-enter to go down to the correction level. So this one would be the following chart setup, with a short position over here, a stop loss over here, a take profit, and a take profit over here. Just need to see, this one is also a 50%, but this is the 50% of the big move. Yeah, so this would be very interesting over here for Solana. Yep. That's the game plan. Then we have BNB. BNB also probably will give us a re-entry. So we're gonna take BC correction level and then mark out the re-entry, which is basically this area over here. Right? Yep. That's the game plan, guys. Oh, need to make it orange. Orange. Can you guys follow me on crypto? Does it make sense? And XRP obviously was my smartest play in the last couple of months with a lot of profit. And also we took profit at 2 points, 1 and 2. And as you can see, we saved 15%, right now 10%, so very good trade. And we are also reapproaching our re-entry sell. I don't have a fixed time for that, no. I mean, if you say now, if I'm selling everything by the end of the year, no, I never really sell everything. There's some positions I sold everything. I sold everything on Ethereum, I sold everything on Solana. And I sold about 80% of my XRP holdings and waiting for a re-entry. But this is a valid re-entry for XRP for sure. Very good. Let's just put some alarm clocks over here on Solana too, just so we don't miss the entries. Let's move this a little bit further. Then put an alarm over here. And then, yeah, I don't know. Is there any other cryptos you want to speak about? They all look the same. I mainly go by Solana, Ethereum, XRP, and BTC. So all the other ones are the same. So even if you go into Ondo, for example, you have a bearish sequence, right? It's all the same. Render, same thing. Is there anything that performed well? I think Ton performed pretty well, probably because of fundamentals or something. Yeah, Ton is still making new highs, but it's also very, very low. H bar, okay. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Don't know if you have any questions, but that's kind of it. In Bitcoin, I wanted to check something in Bitcoin because recently we have gotten a lot of stop outs in BTC before, and we could have probably, yeah, we could and we should have. We could and we should have. Okay, didn't come to this point. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. But we had a liquidity zone over here, and this one was pretty interesting. 1, 2, candle 3 towards the downside. But yep, this would have been the same thing over here, guys, which I was teaching you. We had a sell area over here, crashed through it, hit stop loss, and then came back down very strong, right? And if we would have had a stop loss following ICT or even smart money concepts, our entry would have been here, our stop loss over the last swing high, our take profits somewhere over here. And it would be at the point of highest profit, 2.72. Yeah, very, very interesting, guys. Well, we need to consider this a little bit more in the future. As I said, I'm going to update you guys on how it goes with adjusting the system a little bit. But right now, again, Bitcoin and crypto is very, very bearish. And for Forex, need to look out for a lot of the USD pairs, guys. It's going to be a very interesting week. Okay. So with that being said, guys, make sure to give this the biggest smiley ever. Make sure to rate it with 5 points. Make sure to be on the next session and upcoming. Oh, I'm not going to be there next Sunday. Yep. So next Sunday, I cannot promise you guys yet because I'm flying to Bali for a boxing camp. And I cannot promise you. Oh, sorry, guys. I cannot promise you that I'm going to be there. But appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful Sunday. And obviously, we see us in the next one, my G's.